Hello, everybody, and welcome to Martone-Mihai Field on the campus of Merrimack College in North Andover, Massachusetts for National Semifinal number 2 of the 2018 Division II Men's Lacrosse Championship Tournament. Tonight, it's the Seton Hill Griffins taking on the Merrimack Warriors. Hello, everybody. Scott Sudikoff here with you, getting set to bring you the play-by-play of this matchup between the Griffins and the Warriors, with the winning team moving on to next Sunday's national championship game, where they will face off with St. Leo. St. Leo, a one-goal winner earlier today against Lenore Ryan. Seton Hill, 17-1 on the year, winners of 16 consecutive games. Merrimack, 16-1, winners of 12 consecutive games. Seton Hill won its game last weekend in the NCAA tournament over Lemoyne, 14-10 win, first ever victory for Seton Hill in the NCAA tournament, and this is their second ever appearance. Meanwhile, Merrimack trying to get back to the national championship game for the second straight season. They destroyed NYIT last weekend here at home, 24-6, as they are in the NCAA tournament for the fourth straight year in the semifinal round, and as mentioned, trying to make it to the national title game for his second straight season. Great crowd filing in here to Martone-Mihai Field. Merrimack has played all of its home games behind us at the new stadium that they built, but unfortunately, due to commencement ceremonies going on this weekend, the field unavailable, so now the Warriors back to their old home field here of Martone-Mihai Field, but they have practiced here and played here before, so not a big difference for Merrimack here today. Looking there on your right, number 30 in black is Max Eisman, the sophomore goalie from Rochester, New York. Today he'll make his 18th start of the year, comes in with the 8th best goals against average in the country at .797, a .554 save percentage. Again, a 6'1", 190-pound sophomore from Rochester, New York. He had 9 saves against Lemoyne in the victory last weekend. Other side for Merrimack, their goalie today. No surprise as well with Peter Brown, number 41 for the Warriors. Will make his 15th start of the season, his 16th overall appearance. He is second in the country. Goals against average of 6.52. So you see Eisman going to his position, and there is Peter Brown, 5'10", 145-pound freshman. Makes his 15th start, as he only played the first half against NYIT. Made 1 save and allowed just 2 goals. Opening face-off here, Jay Skirbo for Seton Hill, 7th in the country at 69%. Blake Boudreau, 68.6%, 8th in the country. And it looked as if Merrimack had the opening win, and an early hit from Charlie Bertrand, absolutely laying out Jay Skirbo, and it's going to draw a flag 15 seconds in. So Charlie Bertrand called for the penalty 15 seconds into the contest, and Seton Hill, the best man up in the country at 46%, 30 of 65 on the year. And whistle blows, and I think they're trying to sort out the penalty call and make sure an illegal body check, 1 minute on Bertrand. Came just at 14:45, so 15 seconds in. Seton Hill, as mentioned, the top man up in the country. Conversely, Merrimack, 9th best in the country, penalty kill 80% this season. They've only allowed 12 man-up goals in 59 opportunities against. Seton Hill's leading scorer is Jack Moran, number 6 in black. John Hopseth out top for this offense. That shot is wide from that left side. Taken by Zach Rush, who has 6 man-up goals this year. John Hopseth has 10 to lead the country. Thrown into the middle and a shot that rolls wide. Colin Mitchell goes out. Jay Moran. Jack Moran working there at the top for the Griffins. Penalty time is over, so Seton Hill does not score on this early EMO, but still in possession. Moran against Hunter Schmel, playing defense right now for Merrimack. And bounced by Colin Mitchell through the crease. Out the other side, still going to be Seton Hill ball. Logan Maloney will restart the play. 5'7" sophomore from McMurray, Pennsylvania. Maloney setting up behind goal. Looking to spin away from Hunter Schmel. And now looking to dodge from the left side is Zach Rush. Rolls back to the left, takes a hit up high. Another flag coming in on Ryan Burke. And Seton Hill takes advantage anyways. And they got on the board first here, 1-0 Griffins. So Zach Rush scores his 29th goal of the season. And Seton Hill scores to begin the game here with a 1-0 lead.
Griffin goal scored by number 4, Zach Rush.
So Zach Rush, 29th goal of the year. Another look at it. Took that hit from Ryan Burke and then was able to go all the way around the crease and backhand it home. So the Griffins a 1-0 lead. Penalty wiped away. And second face-off of the evening between Skirbo and Boudreau. And the wings join in, and getting it is Brett Craig. For Seton Hill, a finalist for the Division II Defensive Player of the Year. Junior from Calgary. And Seton Hill now back on offense with the 1-0 lead. 2.5 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Merrimack and Seton Hill in this second semifinal of the day. Winner moving on to take on St. Leo in next Sunday's national championship game. Attacking from the right side, Rush. And in, it sneaks in. It beats Peter Brown. 2-0 on a pair of Zach Rush goals for Seton Hill.
Griffin goal is second of the game, scored by number 4, Zach Rush.
So look at the shot from Rush. Goes high to low to beat Brown. And Skirbo able to bring it out of there, but Hunter Schmel able to win it to Charlie Bertrand. Attacks the goal, and he scores quickly for Merrimack to get them on the board. Bertrand's team high 56th goal of the year. Comes in 5th in the country in goals per game, and just like that, quickly off the face-off win, the Warriors able to get one back.
Number 6, Charlie Bertrand.
So Merrimack offense, 6th in the country, 14.9 goals per game. Of course, going against the Seton Hill offense, which is tops at 16.8 goals per contest. So 2-1 in favor of Seton Hill. 11:46 remaining in the first quarter. And a good win for Boudreau, fairly clean. He starts the Warriors the other way. Christian Thomas, number 39 in white. One of the freshmen along with Sean Black and then sophomore Charlie Bertrand, that first attack unit for Merrimack. Michael O'Connell, part of the first midfield unit with John Bassett and Dom Thomas. This is Bertrand. They give him that right side. He'll take it. Now feeds it behind for Black. It's picked up by Jonah Gutentag. And now Bertrand draws a slide and a switch. Brett Craig switching out on him. Knocks the ball loose. Ball down. And it's scooped up though. Dom Thomas able to get to it for Merrimack. Michael O'Connell going to dodge from that left wing. There's Bertrand, sophomore from Baldwinsville, New York. That shot was deflected from behind by Joe Celo, senior defenseman from Olmsted Falls, Ohio. And then Merrimack on the restart. Black quickly attacking from behind cage. Black, the most points in a Merrimack single season since 2006, as he has 85 points this year. O'Connell going out to Christian Thomas and going back and forth with his brother Dom Thomas. O'Connell. He's going to back it out. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Seton Hill got the first 2 goals from Zach Rush. Charlie Bertrand was able to get one on the board for Merrimack a few minutes ago. John Bassett now carrying it. Long possession here for Merrimack. They've put a couple shots towards goal. Good skip. Bertrand fakes and then brings it off the pipe on the far side. Iceman may have gotten a piece of it as well. Merrimack continues on this possession. O'Connell behind for Black. Looking to feed from X. Waiting to see if his defender makes a move or if he get a cutter. Sean Black, 5'7" freshman. He makes the move as his defender stuck there in the crease. Went the wrong side, and Black takes advantage for his 35th goal of the year, and we're tied at 2. So Merrimack with a very long offensive possession there, able to cash in. See, Colin Blaney went to that side of the net. I think he was expecting someone defensively to help him slide to the other side to get after Black, but did not happen, and Black scores 2-2. Boudreau trying to flip it to Hunter Schmel, but instead Brett Craig gets to it for Seton Hill. 6'6", 230-pound junior for Seton Hill will clear it for the Griffins. And now a 2-2 game. Logan Maloney. As Seton Hill changing out, finishing out its substitutions. Beat Lemoyne last weekend, 14-10 to get to this spot. First ever NCAA tournament win for the Griffins, with today being its only second appearance. Joining the offense here is Craig, and he, with a long pole, able to get it through against Brown. And Craig scores his 12th goal of the year. So he is a two-way player for Seton Hill. Leads the team in ground ball, or second in the team in ground balls, but leads the team in caused turnovers, and now has 12 goals on the year. 3-2 Seton Hill. So he bounced off a little contact there from Carlin Joyle. So Seton Hill scored the first 2, Merrimack the next 2. But now the Griffins go back out on top. Craig was a third-team All-American last season. Skirbo had a beat on it. And eventually that goes out of bounds on the far side. It'll be Merrimack possession. So Merrimack sets up. Goals by Bertrand and Black. Merrimack has won 15 consecutive games at home. Which dates back to last year when they were still playing on this field, and then over at the stadium all of this season. Shot wide by Kyle Stenberg, senior from Annandale, New Jersey. What a 5-goal game in the Northeast 10 championship game against St. Anselm. That had 4 goals and 2 assists last week against NYIT. Sean Black flings it out to Dean Prouty. Prouty picked up there by David St. Clair and had to give it up to Trask. Jack Trask, one of the captains for the Warriors. And now here's Bertrand. Dodges right. His pass a little off target for Christian Thomas, but he's able to track it down before it gets out of bounds to the blue lines. Prouty. And a shot from the left wing from Trask. Backed up by Black. Bertrand tries to go low. Got the goalie Iceman down in the splits, but shot it wide. Black got some space and a save by Iceman. The ball flies up into the air back to the end line. Bertrand tracks it down. So Merrimack has done a terrific job with their offensive possessions when they haven't scored, still keeping possession and making Seton Hill work a long time defensively. Christian Thomas battling. And Seton Hill able to play good, strong defense for another long possession. Zach Rush carries it over the line. He has 2 of the first 3 Seton Hill goals. Rush being watched by Jack Trask. Taking it behind the cage, now feeds to the crease, and an extra pass. And Brown was there, but it's a crease violation. The ball did go in the back of the net, but stepping into the crease, the Griffins wiping away a potential goal there. Bad crossfield idea of a pass there, but it ends up working out. It looked like it hung there for a moment. And Merrimack able to work it into the offensive end. Bertrand. And a bad pass. Will go out of bounds and turn it over. 4:05 to go in the first quarter. 3-2 Seton Hill. They jumped out to the 2-0 lead on back-to-back goals by Zach Rush. Charlie Bertrand and Sean Black then scored for Merrimack before Brett Craig put Seton Hill back in front 3-2. That shot blocked. I think that went off of Dean Prouty. Redirects all the way back to the midfield line, and good job there to push it back over and keep it on the Seton Hill side of the field by Joe Celo. This one will skitter wide of the goal. And it's Merrimack ball. On the restart, James Bassett was the Defensive Player of the Year, USILA Defensive Player of the Year last year. Dan Kottner, part of that back line for Merrimack with Bassett and Burke. Peter Brown in goal. Dom Thomas fires wide, back up by Black. And I believe got a flag on the play. Didn't see it go down, but a slashing call on Zach Rush of Seton Hill. He is going to give Merrimack its first EMO of the day. Coming into play, 38% on the season, 33 of 84. So a 1 minute EMO here for Merrimack and a chance to tie the game at 3. Seton Hill last week allowed 4 extra man goals. As that shot is wide from out top. They were only called for 3 penalties, but one of them was a 2-minute unreleasable penalty that allowed a couple of extra goals to be scored. I think it was 4 consecutive goals that were scored by Lemoyne were on the man up. Goal line extended, it's Black. Back and forth with Thomas. Worked all the way to the top again. Trask gets a lane in with a sidearm sling, able to score for Merrimack. It's tied up 3-3 with 1:59 to go in the first quarter. 21st goal of the year for Jack Trask.
Warriors goal scored by number 12, Jack Trask. Assist to number 6.
And a good look at it here. He's able to step to his right, get his hands free away from Brett Craig. Open up a lane to goal. And the man up. And Merrimack ties it 3-3. So the Warriors, the first team to collect a goal with the man advantage. Face-off violation against Seton Hill. And Merrimack a chance for back-to-back goals and maybe their first lead of the day. Michael O'Connell jogging through the midfield for the Warriors. Junior from Sudbury, Massachusetts, who had a 4-goal game against NYIT in the first round. John Bassett, Dom Thomas, first midfield line out there for Merrimack. And again, that attack that you're used to, Bertrand Black and Christian Thomas for the Warriors. Bassett behind cage. Christian Thomas stumbling down. Able to actually keep his feet, didn't stumble all the way down. About to hit the final minute of the first quarter. Bertrand. Face dodge right, steps to the middle, has it charred loose, ball down. A battle, and able to come out with it. That was, I believe that was Celo who came out with it for Seton Hill initially. Out ahead to Craig. And now let's see what Seton Hill attacks. Unsettled save by Peter Brown. His first official save. Max Eisman is giving credit to 5 saves already for Seton Hill on this side of the field. 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. Sean Black. A goal and 5 assists in the first round game against NYIT. Primary feeder sets up behind the cage. That ball bounces into the goalie, Eisman. He's going to launch it over the opposite end, opposite goal. Trying to make a bid with 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. And now, Brown trying to return the favor. That'll do it for the first quarter of play. So a fast-paced first quarter. Seton Hill jumped out to a 2-0 lead on the back of 2 goals by Zach Rush. Merrimack answered back to tie it at 2. And then they were able to tie it again 3-3 on a man-up goal by Jack Trask. 1 quarter in the books here from Merrimack. The Warriors and the Griffins tied at 3. Welcome back to Martone Mihail Field. 1 quarter in the books. Merrimack and Seton Hill tied up at 3. There was a goal that Seton Hill thought they had that was disallowed due to a crease violation. You can see it there. So that one was wiped away. Merrimack able to tie it towards the end of the first quarter on a man-up goal by Jack Trask. Seton Hill did not score on its extra man opportunity. Shots are 12-8 in favor of Merrimack after 1 quarter, as Max Eisman has made 5 first quarter saves, 1 for Peter Brown. Face-offs in the first quarter, 4 wins for Merrimack, 4 wins for Blake Boudreau, 3 for Jay Skirbo. Again, Boudreau and Skirbo, 8th and 7th in the country, respectively. 68.6% and over 69% is Skirbo. And Boudreau, this led to one of Merrimack's first quarter goals. A face-off win like that, and Boudreau taking it himself. He does have 4 goals this year. He was at 19 of 19 last week at the face-off X for the Warriors. So Merrimack, the first offensive possession of the second quarter, looking to get back to the national championship game for the 2nd straight season. They fell in the game last year to Limestone, 11-8. In the same site this year, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And waiting this time would be St. Leo, with their 1-goal win earlier today at Lenoir-Rhyne. Dean Prouty. Back for Black. Spins away. Shot bounced in. Charlie Bertrand scores his 2nd goal today. And Merrimack now its first lead at 4-3. So Bertrand now 57 goals on the year.
Warriors goal scored in the second of the game by number 6.
He had 52 last year as a freshman. Little slide by Joe Celo. And saw a couple of Seton Hill defenders not able to converge quickly enough. Kept the lane open. And Bertrand delivers his 2nd goal of the game. Let's see if Boudreau for Merrimack can continue the momentum. Possible make it take it scenario, or if Jay Skirbo can get back in the win column at the X. Longest battle we've had. And this time, they called a hold there on Boudreau. And Seton Hill will get it back. 4-3 Merrimack. Just 1 minute gone by in the second quarter. Rush here on the near side had the first 2 goals for Seton Hill. Sean Stanners, second midfield line normally. He's out there with John Miller. Ryan Manbeck, part of that second midfield line as well. Stanners dodging down the right alley and didn't have much of an angle. Yeah, good job by Peter Brown to deny that one for his second save. Seton Hill clearing it ahead. Hunter Schmel on the run. Able to carry it all the way below the goal line. Merrimack its first lead of the day, 4-3. On the goal to begin this quarter by Bertrand. After Seton Hill led 2-0 and 3-2 in the first quarter. Dom Thomas using the screen well. Now for Christian Thomas. Stepping in, Michael O'Connell, and he goes top shelf to score. 18th of the year for Michael O'Connell. And his 5th here in the NCAA tournament. And now Merrimack has a 2-goal advantage at 5-3.
The Warriors goal scored by number 32, Michael O'Connell.
Look at the setup, took it out from Christian Thomas. Able to get it around Brett Craig. The Warriors in front now, 5-3. Face-offs even so far here in the quarter, 1 apiece. And Boudreaux slipping down. Craig joining in for Seton Hill. And now still loose. And won by the Warriors. And right to goal quickly. Setting up was Sean Black. After the scramble for it, Black scores. And Merrimack now leads 6-3.
Warriors goal, his second of the game, scored by number 29, Sean Black.
Watch it from the face-off here. Good scramble with the wings. Eventually, it was Christian Thomas who was able to flip it into the zone for Bertrand and then diagonally down low for Sean Black for his second tally of the game. So Merrimack has scored 3 goals already here in the quarter and have a 6-3 lead. And we've only played 3 minutes. Boudreaux, after the face-off win, brings it into the attacking zone for Merrimack. Warriors now slowing things down after a pretty hot pace to begin this quarter. Working around for Jack Trask. Got a man-up goal in the first quarter. Prouty. Trask. Good little move, but too good as he slid down to one knee. Gets back up, being marked by David St. Clair. Bring it outside the restraining line. And now dodges left down the alley. Puts it back to the middle. No shot available for Christian Thomas. Sean Black flips it out to Bertrand. Bertrand rolls into Craig. Chopped away. Ball down, but kept alive by Merrimack. And now the Warriors will call a timeout. With 10:41 to go in the second quarter, Merrimack with a 6-3 lead. 3 goals here in the quarter. Bertrand, Black, and O'Connell, the goal scorers in this second quarter to take a 6-3 lead. And they've gotten a save from their goalie, Peter Brown, as he has 2 for the contest. And Seton Hill goal scores, 2 from Zach Rush, and the other from Brett Craig. Merrimack in the national championship game last year, losing by just 3 goals to Limestone. Seton Hill earning its first program win in the NCAA tournament last weekend with a 14-10 win against Lemoyne. Merrimack having graduation this weekend, so their home stadium that they've used all year unavailable due to those ceremonies. So moving back into Martone-Mihai Field for this game today, where they previously played up until this season. Merrimack coached by Mike Morgan, 2000 Merrimack graduate, his 11th season as the head coach. 3 consecutive NEILA Coach of the Year awards here in New England, and bringing Merrimack to their 4th straight semi-final appearance. The other side, Seton Hill, coached by Brian Novotny in his 13th year. The only other time Seton Hill was in the NCAA tournament was in 2013. So Merrimack, after they used the timeout, set back up on offense. Warriors scored 24 goals against NYIT last weekend and held them to 6. 24-6 win, as they blew away the Bears in the second quarter, 14-0. Similar start to this one, 3-0 in this quarter. Shot clock put on, I believe, first time today. Sean Black all the way out top for Merrimack right now. Christian Thomas set up behind Cage. Out to Trask. Gonna get to the middle. Shot clock is at 12, and that pass across the field there got deflected. And now Merrimack on the ride. Gonna make sure Seton Hill can't clear it very effectively. Opponents clear 79% against Merrimack. Seton Hill, though, conversely, has the best clearing percentage in the country at 91% entering this game today. Working it up the near side, Ryan Manbeck. And Manbeck able to clear it. So now Seton Hill hasn't had much offense here in the quarter, haven't scored yet. Trailing 6-3. Haven't seen much action from Jack Moran yet, the team's leading goal scorer and point getter for the Griffins. Hopseth now for Moran, and good defense played by the Warriors. Hopseth. Eric Coburn switching on him. Now Logan Maloney. Maloney has 26 goals on the year. Only took 1 shot, though, in the game against Lemoyne. Draws the slide and worked around on the left side. Open player and shot wide. And on the backup, Merrimack able to get to the end line first. James Bassett. The Warriors will begin to clear. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. And the Warriors have scored all 3 goals here in the second for this 6-3 lead. Dom Thomas waits for the substitutions to finish. John Bassett going to join the picture in a moment as Michael O'Connell will flip it back to him. Sean Black, the freshman from Connecticut, the 2 goals today, now has 36 on the season. Feeds it to an open Christian Thomas, denied by Iceman. Big save for the Griffins there. And a ground ball for Seton Hill. David St. Clair now. Trying to step through 2 defenders, and he runs over a Warrior, running over Dom Thomas. A little sidestep juke, but Merrimack able to dislodge the ball. Coming back for it is Hunter Schmel for Merrimack. Now Schmel carries it into the attacking zone. Gets knocked down as he gets it to Black. And in the scramble, a shot high, scored by Dom Thomas. And then Thomas and Nick Neferis, some words as they went helmet to helmet. Christian Thomas gets in the way of his brother. And Neferis, and cooler heads prevail, but Merrimack has scored all 4 goals of the quarter and now leads 7-3 on the 18th goal of the season for Dom Thomas. The Iceman went low a bit, opened up the top side of the goal. And Thomas took advantage of it for a 7-3 Merrimack lead. So Merrimack, 7 goals on 18 shots so far. Seton Hill, 3 goals on 10 shots. Faceoffs, 7 of 11 in Merrimack's favor. And Boudreaux's done a good job of this in this contest, setting up scoring opportunities, but Christian Thomas's shot was blocked. And now a push and a flag thrown in. Push there with possession. Going to go against Merrimack. And if there's one thing Merrimack does not want to do is take too many penalties and have the top-ranked man-up offense, Seton Hill, have those chances. They are 0 for 1 to begin the game. Obviously, Merrimack, you can counter with the top 10 man-down defense. So Seton Hill, second EMO of the day. Try to stop this run by Merrimack. They have scored 4 straight goals and lead 7-3. That's a close race to the end line, won by Seton Hill. And Seton Hill not able to take advantage of the opportunity. Giving it back to the Warriors with 5:36 to go in the second quarter. And Merrimack has scored the last 5 goals of the game. James Bassett holding on to it for Merrimack. Now Ryan Burke over midfield. Two goals in the game for Sean Black as well as Charlie Bertrand. O'Connell and Trask and Dom Thomas have also scored for Merrimack. Seton Hill jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Back-to-back goals by Zach Rush in the first quarter. Prouty. The Ferris, good job staying with him. And now Bertrand. Craig switches on him. And dislodged by Craig. Comes in 6th in the country and caused turnovers. Picks up another one there. And again, another chance for Seton Hill to stop this 5-goal run by Merrimack. Carried in by Rush. Stanners deep on that far left side. Now Jack Moran feeds in front, score! Great pass to the cutter. And Seton Hill stops that run, that 5-goal run. And it's now 7-4 in favor of Merrimack. Sean Stanners scoring his 25th goal of the season. Got a goal and an assist against Lemoyne last week. Look at the pass from Moran to Stanners, cutting down from the midfield. And the senior from Canton, Michigan, gets the Griffins back within 3. And Boudreau, another face-off win for Merrimack, as he has won 9 of 13 in the game. And Merrimack going to use another timeout here in the second quarter.
Timeout, Merrimack.
3:13 to go here in the second quarter. Merrimack has outscored Seton Hill in the quarter 4-1 and have a 7.
Just does it itself. Cool.
Start play in this second quarter with the Warriors up by 3. Sean Black coming out from behind the cage. Flips it for Christian Thomas. And now Bertrand running into a couple of Seton Hill defenders, losing control. And Griffin's able to come up with a turnover. Brett Craig on the far side of the field will carry it ahead. Connecting over the line in the clear completed for Seton Hill. Sean Stanners, who has the latest goal in this game out there once again for the Griffins. Moran sets up shot behind the cage against Schmel. Another one of the senior captains for Merrimack. Draws the double and save made by Brown, as Stanners was looking for another one for Seton Hill. And back ahead for Christian Thomas from Merrimack, freshman from Rentham, Massachusetts. His brother Dom, a sophomore. Merrimack last lost March the 24th at then number 2 Lemoyne, 8-5. Seton Hill's only loss was the second game of the season, 14-13 at Lenoir-Rhyne. So both losses to tournament teams for these two clubs. Ball got dislodged from Kyle Stenberg into the crease for Max Eisman. And with 1:25 to go, Seton Hill been able to weather the storm a bit here from Merrimack. Mentioned that Merrimack outscored NYIT in the second quarter last week 14-0. This quarter began 4-0 until Seton Hill with the most recent goal. I promise you I will try not to say Seton Hall again. Seton Hill. Griffins out of Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Now less than a minute to go in the first half. Dom Thomas. Seton Hill led against Lemoyne at halftime last week 10-7. So well off that scoring pace so far in the game, but same can be said for Merrimack, as they were nearing 20 goals already. At this point last week, John Bassett flips it behind for Black, skips it out. O'Connell trying to spin back to the middle, steps to his left, 18 seconds left. Now Bertrand, dodging from the right wing. Black, O'Connell goes low and shoots it wide of the far post. 6 seconds to go in the half. Merrimack looking for one more. Black with 3 seconds has to quickly do something here. 1 second, will fling it out in front. And Seton Hill's defense able to stay strong at the end of the half here. So after Merrimack scored the first 4 goals of the quarter, Seton Hill was able to get one back on the board. And after 30 minutes of play in Division II semifinal number 2, Merrimack has a 7-4 lead on Seton Hill, with the winner of this one moving on to the national championship game against St. Leo next Sunday at 4 o'clock at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. But a lot more action left to be played here today. And once again at halftime, Merrimack 7, Seton Hill 4. You're watching semifinal number 2 of the Division II Men's Lacrosse Championship Tournament. Welcome back. At halftime, Merrimack leads Seton Hill 7-4 in semifinal number 2 of the 2018 Division II Men's Lacrosse Championship Tournament. The winner here will take on the winner of semifinal number 1 that happened earlier today. Let's get a recap from that game between St. Leo and Lenore Ryan from Darren Goldwater.
It is a final from Moret Stadium here in Hickory, North Carolina. St. Leo and Lenoir-Rhyne. A lot was expected out of this one from a semifinal standpoint. Close one expected from two teams that really mirrored each other. And the story of the day was Tom Tatarian between the pipes for St. Leo. These are 2 of 16 saves, and he became the story of the day. His team was able to build a 4-0 advantage, and then watch these. I mean, you've got some of them going up high. Sometimes they'll stone Corrigan like that. It didn't seem to matter where the Bears were coming from. Tatarian was there. We jump back to the first period now, where it was the Lions who jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Part of it was that Jake Gilmore underhand attack. And then back came the Bears. Eventually, Lenoir-Rhyne would tie this thing up at 5. It was as close as they would get. After the Bears tied it at 5, thanks to a couple of hat tricks, one from Corrigan and one from Kuhn, they were able to get within 1 goal on 3 separate occasions until the winner was put home there from Matt Shand. It made it 12-9. The Bears got 2 goals back, and it's St. Leo for the first time in program history, advancing to the national championship game in Foxborough. 12-11 the final score. Tatarian with 16 saves, and the Lions will play for their first ever national championship next weekend in Foxborough.
Welcome back to Martone Mihai Field in North Andover, Massachusetts. Halftime of semifinal number 2 of the Division II Men's Lacrosse Championships. Merrimack leads Seton Hill 7-4 as we make our way towards the third quarter. And this game started with Seton Hill jumping out to a 2-0 lead. Goals both from Zach Rush for the Griffins got Seton Hill off to a good start. That backhand finish to make it 1-0. And then the redshirt senior from Pittsburgh fired another one by Peter Brown. Merrimack was able to answer with 2 in a row of their own. First it was Charlie Bertrand, the first of his 2 goals today. And then it was followed up by Sean Black, sneaking in from behind the cage uncovered. At the time, tying the game up 2-2. It was 3-3 after the first quarter of play, and Merrimack scored the first 4 goals of the second quarter to take control of the game. This was a pretty one. Christian Thomas able to get to the loose ball. Bertrand fed Black down low for his second goal of the game, and they danced. I'm not sure how to describe, but Merrimack took a 7-3 lead, and then Seton Hill was able to score the final goal of the half to at least pull back within 3. Scored by Sean Stanners. 7-4 Merrimack as we head to the third quarter. Merrimack won 9 of the 13 faceoffs in the first quarter, all between Blake Boudreau and Jay Skirbo. Seton Hill's goalie, Max Eisman, made 6 saves, 5 of them in the first quarter. Peter Brown made 2 saves in the second quarter for Merrimack and 3 in total in the first half. Merrimack took advantage of its 1-man-up opportunity, 1-for-1. Seton Hill 0-for-2 on the EMO. Ground balls even 15-15. Shots 20-13 in favor of Merrimack. Winner goes on to play St. Leo in the national title game next Sunday. 4 o'clock start at Gillette Stadium, part of championship weekend. After the Division I semifinals Friday between Maryland and Duke, and Albany and Yale. And then Sunday have the D3 national championship game, which will be Wesleyan versus Salisbury. There we go. Salisbury won the other G3 semifinal. And then, of course, winner here will play St. Leo in the national championship game, Division II, on that Sunday. And, of course, Memorial Day have the Division I men's title game, all taking place at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Not too far from here, of course, and Merrimack hoping to get back there for the second straight year. So the face-off to begin the third quarter. Again, Boudreau has won 9 of 13 from Merrimack. Seton Hill trying to turn that around. Boudreau had it momentarily. Now it turns into a wing battle. And the Warriors able to get another one to their tally. Carlin Joyle able to get to it from Merrimack, and the Warriors have their first offensive possession of the third quarter, leading 7-4. So well off their pace of 24 goals last week, but right now in control of this one with a 3-goal advantage. Seton Hill coming off the 14-10 win against Lemoyne in the first round. They only trailed in that game early, 1-0 and 2-1. Here's John Bassett. David St. Clair matched up with him. Bassett spins and turns, fires one towards the goal. A little bit of a surprise shot there. Back up by Bertrand, who had 2 first-half goals. Now 57 on the season. Bertrand feeds behind cage for Black. And now it comes out to O'Connell. Steps to the middle. Nothing available. Once again, Bassett. Out from behind the cage. Black able to beat Eisman for his 3rd goal of the game. It's the 2nd time today we've seen Sean Black come out from behind the cage like that, able to score. This time a little bit more contested than the first time we saw it. And Merrimack reassumes a 4-goal lead at 8-4. Seton Hill electing to chase him out from behind the cage, Colin and Blaney. Nobody able to help in time. So Merrimack reassumes the 4-goal advantage, 8-4. And Boudreau and his face-off unit trying to continue the success they've had at the X so far. Skirbo with what could be an important win. Able to collect it was Blaney. He got knocked down and lost it out of bounds. And Merrimack after that, regaining possession after regaining the 4-goal lead. Merrimack 16-1 on the year. Winners of 12 in a row. Last loss March the 24th. 8-5 to Lemoyne. Seton Hill 17-1. Winners of 16 straight. Lost the second game of the year, February 17th. 14-13 at Lenore-Rhine. Prouty. And intercepted nicely by Iceman. And he'll clear it ahead for the Griffins. Here's Nick Neferis. First offensive possession for the Griffins now here in the third quarter. Sean Stanners in the midfield. Zach Rush swinging it to Moran. And now Stanners, who had a goal in the second quarter. Usually see Moran set up behind the net. He's heading that way right now. Seton Hill, first in the country, 16.8 goals per game, but only 4 so far today as Merrimack checks in with the fourth best defense, allowing 7.3 goals per contest. Here is Moran. Scoreless today. Finds an open man, and Peter Brown looked like he initially had the save. He did, but Seton Hill able to sneak one by, and it's now 8-5. It's a good feed by Moran. Moran to Stanners. Had it in and then left it exposed for Stanners to take away and score.
Sean Stanners, assist to number 5, Jay Sherlow.
Actually, that was number 16, that was John Hopseth who scored. John Hopseth was able to do the honors there. He scores his first goal of the game, 41st of the season. Off the feed from Moran, who does not have a goal today, but helps out with an assist. 8-5 Merrimack. 11:35 to go in the third quarter. A goal by John Hopseth, redshirt sophomore from British Columbia. And Seton Hill back to within 3. With each team scoring in this third quarter so far. Flipped out to O'Connell, and he buries it. Off the backhand pass from John Bassett. O'Connell, his second of the day. And quickly, Merrimack reassumes the 4-goal advantage, 9-5. Merrimack trying to get to that double-digit plateau where over the last 28 games they've scored 10 or more goals. They are undefeated, 28-0. Clayton Payson was trying to get out there in time to O'Connell, but not there to stop that shot from O'Connell. 9-5 Merrimack. 4 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And a hold was called. Violation on Skirbo. Merrimack ball. Jack Trask out there now for Merrimack. Along with Dean Prouty and Kyle Stenberg in the midfield. And the same 3 attack that have been out there all game. Bertrand Black and Christian Thomas. Black saved by Iceman. 7th save of the day for Max Eisman. Pass too high for Zach Rush, and Seton Hill failed clear. Warriors trying to use it, cutting, and that's in for Christian Thomas. His first goal today, so Merrimack able to take advantage of the turnover and convert and lead 10-5. Thomas's 31st goal of the year.
The Warriors goal scored by number 39, Christian Thomas.
And now Merrimack doubling up on Seton Hill, 10-5 after this pretty feed by Sean Black to Christian Thomas. Merrimack 10, Seton Hill 5. And I mentioned last 28 times that Merrimack has scored 10 or more goals in a game. They're 28-0. Loose ball push on Seton Hill. Merrimack ball. So Merrimack outscoring Seton Hill now 3-1 in this quarter after outscoring the Griffins 4-1 in the second quarter. I remember Seton Hill led 2-0 and 3-2 in the first quarter. Merrimack has won 15 consecutive games at home, 11-0 this year. O'Connell spins away from GLE and flips it for Bassett. Bassett! And caroms off of Eisman and wide. So Eisman is nearing double-figure saves. He had 9 against Lemoyne. The season high was 14 against Lake Erie. And able to make another one there, stopping Christian Thomas. Good sequence in goal for Max Eisman. Trying to keep Seton Hill within striking distance. Need a couple in a row here. And grab that momentum back. They will only have 3 goals on the board since that initial burst of the game back in the first quarter. And a great check by Schmel. Then he gets knocked down, but foul against Seton Hill. Yeah, the Warriors will get it. And Seton Hill took a 2-0 lead about 3 minutes into the game. Just 3 goals since that point. (10-5) Warriors halfway through the third quarter. Merrimack looking for a return trip to the national championship game. Lost his Limestone last year, 11-8. St. Leo waiting in the wings of a first-time national champion guaranteed between one of these two teams or St. Leo next Sunday. Prouty. Black out to Bertrand. Trask using his hand to stay up on his feet. And Eisman able to kick it away with his right leg. Save number 10 today for the sophomore from Rochester, New York. And he's doing his part to keep his Griffins team in the game right now. Merrimack out shooting the Griffins 28-15. Seton Hill now setting up in the offensive end. A cutter right down the middle, and they score. Sean Stanners, his second of the day. And now 26 on the season. So Seton Hill attacking early on that possession. And makes it 10-6 in favor of Merrimack. And look here off the feed from Logan Maloney. So Stanners out of the midfield. His second goal of the game. Listed as a second-line midfielder, but big with 2 goals so far in this one.
Adam Reimer.
Violation, Seton Hill. Merrimack will take it back over. (10-6) Merrimack, 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. So in this game, Seton Hill a pair of 2-goal scorers, Stanners and Rush. Hopseth and Craig had the other 2 for Seton Hill. Merrimack, 3 goals from Sean Black, 2 from Charlie Bertrand. 1 each from Christian Thomas, Dom Thomas, and Jack Trask. And Michael O'Connell also has 2 for the Warriors. 10 saves made by Iceman. 4 on the opposite end for Peter Brown from Merrimack. Iceman for the second time here in the quarter. Able to help get in the way of a pass there headed behind the cage. Turned over by the Warriors. They do have 11 turnovers in the game. They only average about 12.5, which is second fewest in the country. 9 of those turnovers caused by Seton Hill. Hopseth. Ryan Manbeck. Seton Hill works on that far side. Swinging now here to Moran. And John Miller heads below the goal line, watched by Schmel. Looking to go one-on-one. John Miller, good skip across the way to the weak side, and it's buried by Logan Maloney. His 27th of the season, 2 straight goals scored by Seton Hill, and they creep back within 3, 10-7. Sophomore from McMurray, Pennsylvania. Mentioned only had 1 shot last week against Lemoyne. Scores here for his 27th goal of the year. So this one far from over with 4:32 remaining. Crowd packed in to Martone-Mihio Field on the campus of Merrimack College in North Andover, Massachusetts. Face-off win for Skirbo. And a chance for the Griffins to get within 2. Chopped out there by the good defense of Eric Coburn. And now looking to go unsettled. Boudreau still out there after the face-off scores. His 5th goal of the year, senior from Amherst, New Hampshire. And where it looked as if Seton Hill would have a chance to get back within 2 after a face-off win by Skirbo. Turnover caused by Eric Coburn leads to this goal by Blake Boudreau. That's one of those sequences you write down and see if that's a turning point now. If Merrimack can use it to propel themselves to victory, or Seton Hill now can kind of brush that one off and get back to what they were doing well a few moments ago when they had scored 2 consecutive goals. Faceoff still much in the favor of Merrimack. They've won 14 to Seton Hill's 6. Ground ball. And picked up off the wing. And a penalty flag coming in as John Miller got upended after he had scooped up the loose ball. So now, delayed penalty call on Merrimack. Seton Hill working with it offensively. Pass skipped. And we'll get the penalty call. 30-second push called on Jack Trask. So it'll be the third extra man chance for Seton Hill today. Have not yet scored. They were 1 for 5 last week. And again, tops in the country, converting at 46%, entering play today. Chance for a big one here with the 6-on-5 advantage for the next 30 seconds. John Hopseth has been their go-to guy, man up this year with a nation-leading 10 man-up goals. Rush out there, he had the first 2 goals for Seton Hill, looking for his third, and that one well wide, and Dan Cotner may have gotten a piece of it. Still a little bit of time left on the man advantage. Moran swings it for Rush. And looking for that top right corner, trying to fit it in was Hopseth. He has 1 goal today, 41 on the season. That is low and wide. Penalty time is over, so even strength. Seton Hill 0 for 3 on the extra man. Still in possession, though. Rush against Ryan Burke. Spins back to his left. Down the left alley. Fakes a shot. Carries it behind the cage. Now for Moran. Moran forced all the way back towards the end line by Bassett. Now here's Colin Mitchell. It's swiped at from behind by Cotner. Trying to jar the ball loose. Here's Sean Standers, 2 goals on the game. He's marked by Coburn. Trying to fight away from the pole. Looks for the cutter, off target, but Seton Hill able to recover the ball. Merrimack sideline calling for a shot clock. I believe we've only had 1 in this game when Merrimack was in possession back in the second quarter. Colin Mitchell steps to the middle, circling all the way to the far side. Backs it out against James Bassett. Long possession continues. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Fired from the right side, saved by Brown. Ball loose. Coburn has a beat on it. Then he gets drilled in the chest. Knocked down, draws a flag as he was put to the turf by Stanners. And Stanners will be heading off with a penalty call. It'll give Merrimack its second EMO, 1 for 1 today. With 1:45 to go in the third quarter of this national semifinal. I think they called it as a cross-check. Well, here comes the official call. And that's what it is, a cross-check on Stanners. A 1 minute man-up situation here for Merrimack, leading 11-7. Led 7-4 at halftime. The game was tied 3-3 after 1 quarter of play. Scott Sudikoff here with you at Martone Mihail Field, North Andover, Massachusetts, Merrimack College. Warriors looking for a return trip to Gillette Stadium in the national championship game. Seton Hill picked up its first win in program history in the NCAA tournament last weekend. So obviously looking for its first trip to the national title game if they can come back and win this one. Man up for Merrimack right now. Sean Black. Saved by Eisman off the shot by Stenberg. And now Eisman launching it over the head. But Seton Hill able to get to it. Here comes Moran in close. Saved. Peter Brown, not sure if that was post or off him along that post. Either way, he'd take credit for it, as he should. And the Warriors able to regain possession with still some penalty time remaining on Stanners. Final second, I believe, just came off the clock. It does. 33 seconds to go, third quarter. For Seton Hill, you need a big defensive stand here. Keep it at 4 goals. Trailed by as many as 5. It was 10-5 before Seton Hill scored 2 in a row. And then Blake Boudreau scored off the scramble after a faceoff lost by the Warriors. A turnover was caused by Eric Coburn. And then Boudreau was the beneficiary as he scored. 10 seconds left in the third. Black working on a hat trick. Forced backwards a bit, and then an errant pass will run out the clock here in the third quarter. So Merrimack outscores Seton Hill 4-3 in the third quarter. They did lead by as many as 5 here in the third. We make our turn for home here at Merrimack. It's the Warriors 11, the Griffins 7. A spot in the national championship game is on the line. Time for the fourth quarter. Scott Sudikoff here with you. Merrimack led 7-4 at halftime, led 10-5 at one point in the third quarter before Seton Hill was able to score a couple in a row. This game was tied 3-3 after the first quarter. Merrimack has gotten a hat trick from Sean Black, 2 goals each from Charlie Bertrand, Michael O'Connell, and then goals from Christian Thomas, Dom Thomas, and Jack Trask. Goalie Peter Brown has made 5 saves. On the other side, Seton Hill, their goalie Max Eisman has made 11 saves in the game. And they've gotten 2 goals each from Sean Standers and Zach Rush. And then single goals from Sean Hotseth, Logan Maloney, and Brett Craig. St. Leo, a 1-goal winner over Lenore Ryan earlier today to punch the first of 2 tickets to the national title game next Sunday, a week from today. May the 27th at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. There was no whistle on this play. Boudreau, I think Boudreau knew that he did something illegal, and he just sort of was jogging off to the side, but there was no whistle. And then he almost got laid out. Finally the whistle blows, and it's Seton Hill ball. So they get the first possession of the second half, of this fourth quarter, Down the right alley went John Miller. Seton Hill, a team that could explode at any moment, close to 17 goals per game, held to 7 so far today. The fewest goals they've scored in a game this year was 10. Hossett behind the cage, flips it out. Now back here on the near side, Rush, Manbeck. One minute into this fourth quarter, Manbeck has 8 goals on the year. Hoffseth. We haven't seen the shot clock very often today, just once, maybe twice. And diagonal pass looking to go down low. Knocked away by Dan Kottner. So Merrimack with good defense for about 90 seconds. And the Warriors going offense for the first time here in the fourth quarter. And that drew a flag, a push with possession there. will give Merrimack a man up for the third time today. 30 seconds, 1 for 2. Seton Hill 0 for 3 on their EMOs today. Charlie Bertrand will restart the play for Merrimack. Man up is maybe one of the few categories where Warriors not really in that top echelon, but the penalty kill has made up for it at 80% this year. Christian Thomas. O'Connell and Black working behind the goal. O'Connell flips it out to the middle. Trask steps into one, buries it low. 12-7 Merrimack. Second goal today for Jack Trask. And the second man-up goal. So Merrimack matches its largest lead of the day at 5. Now 12-7. That clear lane that Trask had on goal, obviously with the 6-on-5 advantage. Boudreau, 14 of 22 at the face-offs against Skirbo today. Two minutes into the fourth quarter. And out of the scrum, Nick Neferis able to get it for Seton Hill. Now here's Brett Craig, who has the offensive touch with the long pole, but he lost it trying to spin away from James Bassett. Ball still down. And here come the Warriors. Thought might have a whistle there with a loose ball push as Griffin went down, but nothing called. And Merrimack back on offense with a 5-goal lead. Christian Thomas once again to Sean Black. Merrimack in the NCAA tournament for the 4th straight year, in the semifinal round for the 4th straight year. And we're going to get national title game, 2nd straight year, and then hope for the breakthrough for the first time at that point. John Bassett with speed to the middle, fakes a pass, comes back to the other side. O'Connell goes high again for his 3rd goal. Joins Sean Black with a hat trick on the Merrimack side, and it's now 13-7 Warriors. And they scored the first 2 of this quarter. This is what they've done now in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarters. They've come out early and score the first couple of goals of each quarter to set the pace, which is what Seton Hill did to begin the game. First 3 minutes led 2-0. And the diversity of the Merrimack attack showing itself. Seven different goal scorers for Merrimack. Boudreau. This was whistled down. Boudreau kept going. Face-off violation against Merrimack. And so it'll be Seton Hill ball. Nope. Yep. Still Seton Hill ball. (13-7) Merrimack. 11:22 to go. 4th quarter. Ryan Manbeck out top, dodging right. It's pushed to the goal line and no angle to go to goal. And a big score for Jack Moran, his first goal of the game, as he cut down that right wing. So Moran, goal number 58 of the season. He's up over 100 points on the year. Single season points record in Seton Hill history. The feed from Logan Maloney, 13-8.
Assist to number 24, John Miller.
So Moran from Maloney, and Seton Hill makes it a 5-goal game again, but they need to string something together. Saw Nefaris get pushed down there going after it. That's going to draw the loose ball push against Merrimack and give the Griffins the ball. Rush comes off the sideline. Hop set behind the cage. And now it's John Miller. Working out on the midfield, junior from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Sean Stanners, who has 2 goals today. Fires a pass down towards the goal line at the crease, and score for Seton Hill by Zach Rush, his 3rd goal of the game. Was able to creep around the blue line of the crease. So Seton Hill's been able to do this. Get some runs of 2 goals in a row. That's been the longest run they've had on 3 occasions now. It's at that point they are not able to keep the momentum going.
Number 4, Zach Rush.
Good pass made by Stanners. As Stanners earns his 1st assist and 3rd point of the game.
Timeout, Merrimack.
10:22 to go here in the 4th quarter. Merrimack 13, Seton Hill 9. We will take a quick break and be back with more of this Nationals. Back at Martone-Mihai Field. We are in the 4th quarter, semifinal number 2. It's Merrimack 13 and Seton Hill 9. A beautiful sky overhead here in North Andover, Massachusetts, where it's been in the 70s. Been some drizzles here and there. A little humid at times, but I think we will take it, especially in New England. And a big face-off win out of the timeout for Merrimack, and they get a goal back. Christian Thomas. It's the 3rd or 4th time now that Merrimack has won a face-off, and you've seen Blake Boudreau be able to bring it into the zone himself. Certainly not that face-off, get-off type of guy. He can be in the offense, and he sets up Christian Thomas for his 2nd goal of the game. And Merrimack quickly back up by 5 again, and to the point that I made before the timeout, Seton Hill on 3 different occasions has scored 2 goals in a row, but never been able to extend it further than that. So Boudreau with the assist now has a goal and an assist. It is 15 of 26 at the X. Merrimack back up by 5, 14-9. Boudreau winning this one back. There's the defensive end, so not going to be able to have that chance to streak forward. This ball batting around and dangerously through the crease, but at that point, obviously nobody for Seton Hill can go and get it. And barring a crazy bounce, is going to stay out of the goal. Hunter Schmel across midfield with it for Merrimack. 9:45 left between Merrimack and a return trip to the national championship game. Seton Hill hoping the offense that they've had all year Close to 17 goals a game. Kicks into high gear in his final 9.5 minutes. Both of these teams come in averaging 7.3 goals allowed per game. So it's been the offense of Merrimack has been the difference today. Dean Prouty. Now Merrimack could take its time here again. The officials have not gone to the shot clock at all, except for one time. Bertrand, good dodge and a better save by Iceman. Iceman has made 13 saves for the Griffins. Keeps it a 5-goal game. Brett Craig will just do the honors himself there after thinking about passing it. Stanners carries it all the way in below the goal line now for John Miller. Gonna check that. That's 34, Logan Maloney. Maloney going against Schmel. Draws a double, and he tried to flip it to his open teammate Hofseth, but was wide on the mark, and it falls right there for Peter Brown. Schmel goes down, and a flag is in there. Flag dropping on that. So a delayed penalty call on Seton Hill with 7:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Merrimack has 2 goals on the man up so far today. Merrimack +2 in that category as Seton Hill is 0 for 3. Bassett try to go top right corner across the crease. And now we'll get the penalty call on Seton Hill and the EMO for the Warriors. A cross-check is the call on Zach Rush. 1-minute penalty. So Merrimack 2 for 3 on the EMO today. On the latest one, a goal by Jack Trask. Both of his goals today, actually, on the man up. Charlie Bertrand, a sophomore, who led the team last year as the top scorer, gave way to a freshman, Sean Black, this year as the leading scorer. Bertrand, the leading goal scorer this year, with Black leading the way assists and points. And then Christian Thomas, another freshman, along that attack line. Michael O'Connell, goal line extended, gives to Thomas, flips it out to Bertrand, down low, Black spins away from the crease. Jack Trask, that's his go-to spot out top there. Black trying to bat it back to Christian Thomas, picked up by Craig for Seton Hill, and then he turns it over the net empty for a moment, and Iceman able to get back, but Charlie Bertrand able to score it. He joins the day with a hat trick, and now a 15-9 Merrimack lead with 6:14 to go. Craig, behind the back on that pass, probably ill-advised. Turns it over and sets up this walk-in chance for Charlie Bertrand for goal number 58 of his season. Merrimack 15, Seton Hill 9, with just 6:14 left. Boudreau was able to get after it and thought about taking the shot there. Thinks better of it. 6-goal lead with 6 minutes left. Probably a better idea to waste some time off if you're Merrimack. Hold on to possession. St. Leo already in the national championship game next Sunday. 4 o'clock start at Gillette Stadium. It'll be a first-time national champion no matter what at the end of next Sunday. Michael O'Connell trying to get around David St. Clair. Flip it back out wide to John Bassett. Bassett going to roll off his defender. Again, Merrimack, no reason to be in a rush. Trying to win their 13th consecutive game overall and 16th straight game at home. Seton Hill hasn't lost since the heart of winter, February 17th. And Lenore Ryan, 14-13. Bassett down the goal line, fakes a pass, spins back towards the middle, goes low, and Iceman able to deflect it wide. So Iceman had a good day, 14 saves for him. Matching a season high for the sophomore. Bertrand to Black. And Merrimack being wise with possession here and not forcing anything, letting this clock tick down as the clock is very much against Seton Hill right now. Bassett out to O'Connell. Finds the open Dom Thomas, who bounces one home for his second tally of the day. And it's now 16-9 Merrimack. Did they throw a penalty flag on Dom Thomas after that? I think they did.
Warriors goal, his second of the game, scored by number 40, Dom Thomas. Assist to number 32, Michael O'Connell.
So after the goal, Dom Thomas getting a flag for that, and probably warranted. A little taunting in the face of David St. Clair. So Dom Thomas will, after scoring the goal, feel shame for a little bit there, when Merrimack leads 16-9. Unsportsmanlike conduct, 1 minute penalty. 16-9 Merrimack, now a 7-goal advantage. Shot wide by Sean Stanners. Saw on the women's side today, Division II National Championship claimed by Lemoyne. Here's a save by Brown. Merrimack finish up on Lemoyne, first ever national championship for the Dolphins. Of course, they're out of the same conference as Merrimack, Northeast 10. And Merrimack will hope to do the same, looks like, next Sunday against St. Leo and claim program's first ever national title as well. Flag has been thrown down on the other side of the field against Seton Hill with 3 minutes to go. And the Warriors leading 16-9. All but over in this one. Sean Black. And a save by Iceman. Black was looking for his 4th goal. The Warriors have 3 players in the game with 3. Bertrand, Black, and O'Connell. And then 3 others with 2. 30-second penalty call coming against Seton Hill here. Now an unsportsmanlike penalty has been called on Seton Hill as well. Didn't see if it was on a player specifically, if it was from the bench. And obviously for Seton Hill, probably a bit of frustration. Jack Moran, I think, got the initial penalty. There was an initial flag that was on the Seton Hill offensive side of the field. So Moran got called for a 30-second interference call, and then an unsportsmanlike conduct was added afterwards. And Moran is serving it. Again, I think it was a bench call, but Moran serves it as the first attackman in the lineup for Seton Hill, so he serves both penalties. And it's a minute and 30 of time on the board against Moran with 2:29 to go in regulation. So championship weekend at Gillette Stadium is all but set. Merrimack on its way to play St. Leo in the D2 national title game. Division III will see Wesleyan taking on Salisbury. And then the final four on the Division I side. Maryland will play Duke. And Yale will take on Albany, all between next Saturday and Monday in Foxborough, Mass. at Gillette Stadium. I mentioned Lemoyne winning the Division II Women's National Championship earlier today. And also the Division I Women's National Championship will be decided next weekend on Long Island at Stony Brook University. We'll have Maryland playing Boston College on one end of the bracket. And North Carolina, James Madison on the other side on the women's D1 level. Well, Merrimack fans, a lot of students are serenading the Seton Hill sideline right now as the Warriors with a 16-9 lead. The way this game started, it looked like Seton Hill was going to be able to potentially take control. They led 2-0 3 minutes in. Merrimack answered, tied it, and then Seton Hill's last lead of the game was 3-2. It was 3-3 into the second quarter. Merrimack scored the first 4 goals of the second quarter and led 7-4 at halftime. And then it was 10-6 entering the fourth quarter. Merrimack call a timeout here.
Timeout, Merrimack.
With 43 seconds remaining in the game, 16-9 Warriors. The only thing left right now is a celebration on their home field for Merrimack. Earlier today, St. Leo winning on the road against Lenoir-Rhyne. And for Seton Hill, only its second trip ever to the NCAA tournament. Season going to end at 17-2. Their 2 losses this year will be on February 17th, and then more than 3 months later on May the 20th. Look at the crowd that's packed in. Standing room only. This game being played here as opposed to the stadium behind us, where Merrimack has played all season. New stadium built. They come back to their old home field, Martone-Mahile Field, to play this game. Merrimack has spread things around with Bertrand, Black, and O'Connell all scoring 3. Christian and Dom Thomas each with a pair. Same can be said for Jack Trask. Blake Boudreau, 16 of 27 at the X. A goal and an assist added on. Mentioned the 3 goals for Bertrand. Also had 2 assists for a 5-point day. Sean Black, 6 points with 3 goals and 3 assists. Seton Hill, hat trick from Zach Rush, as well as 2 goals from Sean Stanners. 20 seconds left to go. before the celebration for the Warriors. Shot was blocked. Be picked up by Logan Maloney for the Griffins, and the countdown is on. And the Merrimack Warriors, for the second consecutive season, go back to Gillette Stadium to play for the national championship, as they will take on St. Leo next Sunday for the crowd, as the Warriors beat the Griffins today 16-9 to go to 17-1 on the year. Seton Hill, it's their most successful season at 17-2, their first trip ever to the semi-final round.
Game time. The D2 national final set for 4 p.m. Once again,
So the Warriors
the national championship final next Sunday.
been to the semi-final round now for a fourth straight year. Got to that first national title game last year. Reached that level here again this season. And they will battle St. Leo, with the winner picking up the program's first ever national championship. So running through some of the numbers quickly here before we sign off. It was a good day in goal overall for Max Eisman. He made 14 saves for Seton Hill. And 6 for Peter Brown on the Merrimack side. Face-offs, 17-1 by Blake Boudreau for Merrimack, 11 for Jay Skirbo on the Seton Hill side. Mentioned Merrimack spreading it around. 3 goals, 2 assists from Bertrand. 3 goals, 3 assists from Sean Black. 3 goals as well, along with an assist for Michael O'Connell. And then 2 goals each for Christian and Dom Thomas. On the Seton Hill side, they got a hat trick from Zach Rush. Jack Moran only checking in today with a goal and an assist, as he came in as the leading goal scorer and assist man on the Seton Hill team this season. So that will wrap things up for us here from Martone-Mihio Field in North Andover, Massachusetts, where the final score is Merrimack 16 and Seton Hill 9. The Warriors moving on to the national championship game. For our entire crew here, I'm Scott Sudikoff saying so long. Congratulations to the Warriors once again on the way to the national championship game.